Hi, everyone. I'm Seth.
Hi, guys. I'm Monique.
And this is
Gay Math. The Gay Math Podcast.
With Seth.
And Monique.
This is Gay Math.
Okay.
With Seth and Monique.
Hello.
Happy Pride.
Yes, happy Pride. Be
who you are for your pride. Hug your gay friends.
Yes.
Give them money.
Absolutely.
Reparations, some would say.
Yeah.
All this month, every day.
Yeah.
Pick a gay, Venmo them. You can start with us.
Absolutely.
We'll put our Venmos on the screen. And ours should probably be the largest dollar amount that you do this month.
Yeah, because we are providing you with entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So we do expect cash tips.
Yeah.
So
Support queer art.
Wait, stop. Do you remember when Lane was like, "But is your art worth protecting?"
This is.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Which should we just preface that this is the second time we're recording this episode?
Yes. Oh my God. So the other day on Sunday, Seth had literally just got back from a trip. He came over, like took a quick nap, and we recorded the entire podcast.
Yep.
Afterwards, we may have gone a little crunk.
Sitting on the couch on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely.
A 13% alcohol cocktail.
Girl, no, this is not sponsored, but we just discovered Cutwater.
Girl.
That is those are dangerous.
If you think a White Claw is strong, you need to get a grip because Cutwater, they're doing it right.
Girl, one cocktail being 13% and
one little can.
Mama, I had one time. I was on the floor.
Yeah. Monique only needs one. In anything that I do, it takes a lot.
Yeah.
So I would probably need like 4 of those, but 4 is not that many.
That is.
If I wanted to get drunk off of White Claws, I would probably need like 2 cases. Okay. Like legit.
Oh my God.
Do you feel if you drink one White Claw, do you feel it?
No, I think maybe if I have like 2, then I'm kind of like there because my tolerance has gone down so much. So I guess because I don't drink as much as I used to when I was in college, girl. Please forgive me for those times, Lord. But yeah, I guess I don't drink as much because like I could have 2 White Claws.
She's there. She's lit.
I'm like ready to go. I'm ready to dance in the club with my eyes closed. Okay.
Sunglasses on. I love sunglasses on at the club.
Me too.
It's just there's never, and like at Coachella, like we just, I'm not going to be in public fucked up without sunglasses on.
Yeah, no.
It's just not happening.
Because here's the thing, like some people think it's like, oh, you're like a horrible person or like you're like a douche for doing that. Like, I don't know if that's like a bad word to say, but
I like the word douche.
Yeah.
Continue.
But like your eyes, when your eyes look so crazy. Like I've seen photos of myself. I look like a maniac.
Yeah.
Like and it's not even for me. It's for all of you.
Yes. You're welcome that I have sunglasses on.
I'm like maintaining my mystery, maintaining that I'm gorge and beautiful.
Yes. I'm wearing sunglasses inside while it's dark. Like,
right.
Like, what's her story?
Right. Those off, I look like a strange maniac who's been let into this club.
Like tweaking.
Like literally. Like,
yeah. When I look back, I went to Vegas this weekend and I posted on Instagram. So follow us both on Instagram.
Yes.
But yeah, I was going back through the photos and some of the pictures were just like astonishing. I was like, who is this person? Like, thank God I had sunglasses on. I looked like a maniac.
Literally. Also,
like a criminal.
I saw that picture of the shirt because we'll talk about it later, but I saw the picture of the shirt. That's the best shirt you have.
Literally. It's so like, and we'll get into the story, but like the t-shirt, when I tell you I went on a mission, it was 1 a.m. All the stores were closed. That was the first gift shop that I could find with t-shirts, and I literally went in and looked at the price tags and picked the cheapest shirt that I could find, and that's what we got.
Incredible.
And it's a Lisa Vanderpump shirt.
You know what? I live. But basically, we recorded the podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier.
Recorded the podcast, got crunk. Seth went home like after, don't worry,
for 12 billion years.
Slept and then woke up and started editing and realized it was not the way it should have been.
My mic was not on.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality. So for an hour and a half, mic was off. You couldn't hear me. So here we are to record it again.
Yeah, again. So this is our second time around. And you know what? I was going to say, what is that saying? Third time's the charm? But this is the second.
This would be the second.
This one's going to be great as well.
It's going to be so good. We're going to be doing a little life update episode.
Yes.
We've had a lot going on the past few weeks.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we recorded because I feel like we recorded a few close together to like prepare for, because I went out of town for a bit. So yeah, we're back in town. We're going to get more consistent with this, start posting more. We're excited.
Yeah, we're very excited
to be rich and famous podcasters.
Absolutely. So if anyone wants to sign us,
Hollywood, give us a call.
Yes.
If you're a famous large podcast company, we will sign to be a part of your agency. If you're a brand and you want to sponsor us, let us know.
Yeah, send us stuff. We'll talk about it for free.
And if for free. For free.
Sorry.
Well, if you send us like a Birkin, sure, I'd talk about that for free.
Yeah.
You give me a car, sure. Yeah. But if you're like sending us like gummy bears, like no, I'm gonna need a cash payment as well. But yeah, our management will discuss the rates.
Our management, which is
you're looking at it.
Literally
you're looking at the
too.
Editors, the social media team. You're looking at the lighting design, the camera people, the sound.
Yeah.
The podcast production company. We upload it.
It's literally just us too.
But if you want to join our team and work for free,
absolutely,
let us know.
We bring great benefits, and those benefits are being friends with us and having lots of fun.
Yes.
Thank you.
Did you see someone commented on our TikTok, the one about us being like, we're so hot and gorgeous, like why won't anyone love us? And then the comment was like, you guys must be annoying.
Wait, is that a real thing?
Yes. I was like, first of all, it was a joke. Second of all, we're not annoying. Yeah, I was literally on our TikTok.
Wait, stop.
It was like, you must be annoying. I was like,
oh my God. I did not see that. And I be on our social media, obviously.
Girl, I'll show you right now.
I do be running it. Oh my God.
It was this one.
Stop.
Y'all probably annoying then. What bothers me, like, I don't care about hate comments. I think they're funny.
No, yeah.
But when I get a hate comment and then it'll have like 1,000 likes, I'm like, okay.
Does it have a lot of likes?
No, it doesn't have any likes. But that's what gets me about hate comments. I'm like, when it has a lot of likes.
Don't all agree.
No, don't agree with that. Also, I got the most shocking message I've ever gotten in my entire life. Let me read it. Should I read it? This might be inappropriate.
Oh
I
my
might
God.
have to like bleep some of this, but whatever. But it was the craziest DM. People are unwell. Like the most shocking comments, messages. I'm like, y'all are bored.
Which, by the way, before we get too deep, hi guys. I'm Monique.
I'm Seth.
And this is Gay Math Podcast.
Woo, the Gay Math Potty.
Which is perfect because it's Pride Month, so.
Happy Pride. Kiss your friends. Give them a hug, a smooch.
Absolutely.
Tell them you love them.
Absolutely.
Okay, wait, where the fuck is this motherfucking stupid ass message? Okay, is everyone ready?
Oh
this
my
is
God.
so shocking. I got this on TikTok. I hope you got in your head while walking. I don't give a fuck. You should ugly ass faggot yourself. White faggot always in women's business. Just don't speak at all. Go yourself, you piece of shit.
What was that a reply to?
It was literally just like a message. I'm assuming it was about the Taylor Swift video that I made. Because Taylor Swift fans are unwell.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that was fun to get.
That is literally insane.
Yeah, like are you good?
You're disturbed for that.
You don't know me.
Yeah.
You literally don't know me.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't imagine messaging someone yourself.
No.
Like yourself.
It's like disgusting. Like I would not, like, even when I was like getting bullied and stuff when I was younger, like my response to someone never would have been like, you're the worst. Like, I hate you for bullying me. Go kill your. Like, I never. That's never even.
No.
Yeah.
People are scary.
Anyways.
Anywhoozy, we're doing a life updates episode.
So we're going to be talking about just everything that's been happening the past couple weeks that we've been gone.
Mm-hmm.
And Seth has done so much. I feel like I've done so much. So,
yes.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of updates. Should you start?
Oh, God. Okay.
Because in our last episode, we talked about Monique shared a story about a boy that she started talking to.
Yeah.
The British boy. Mm-hmm. And there's quite an update.
Yes, there's a huge update. Guys, I'm married.
Imagine.
That would
Imagine you're like, we're engaged.
That would be insane. That would literally be insane.
No, but we need to have like a crazy update like that one day.
Oh, yeah.
But not engagement. Something else.
Yeah, something like insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you saw our last episode, you probably know that I talked about a guy that I had met, or I don't even think I said where I met him, but basically I met him on a dating app. And
we're not saying the name of it unless you're going to pay us.
Yeah, so I met him on a dating app, and to refresh everyone's memory, basically I don't know. Like, okay, we met, we started talking, and it was like everything seemed like to fall into place, which was so weird because I hadn't been using the dating app for a long time. And then randomly one day, like, I matched with him. And to tell you some context about this man, he is obviously from the UK. He's British. And
hello, governor. Would you like some fish and chips, babes?
Oh my God. Also, yeah, he's probably watching this. So, hey.
Which he told you that he watched it.
Yeah.
And not only watched it, watches it. So he's definitely watching right now.
So, hi, honey.
Hi,
I'm
sir.
so glad to see you again. I've really missed you. It's been really lonely out here.
Right.
But so basically meet this guy, and he's in California for his friend's wedding, who met his friend, met his wife on a dating app.
Oh my God.
And that's how they got married. So that's why he's in California. We met on a dating app, and his friend met his wife on a dating app.
Yeah, it was just like a lot of like, you just so happened to download an app. He just so happened to be in town. Like, it just stars aligned for you two to like match.
Yeah. And he told me specifically that he only downloaded the app because his friend who was getting married literally told him, oh my God, you should download the app. It would be so funny. Like, what if you met someone like while you were here? Like, that would be insane. Like, it's the same thing that happened to me.
Yeah.
Right. So this is the context, right? So anyways, we had been talking for like weeks at that point. Everything was fine. We started off on the app and we started joking, like, you know, chatting about what we both like. We both liked festivals, which I was like, oh my God. He was named after like my favorite like book, like character, whatever. And it was like so weird because it just felt like it was like you said, like perfect for that moment.
Yeah.
Because I was like at the point where I'm like done. I'm like not using this app. Like it's like boring me to filth.
Too much energy for no reward.
Exactly. So we start talking. This man's obsessed with me. Like when I tell you, like actually obsessed, which first of all, as you should.
Right.
But like
get in line. But also it's a rarity.
Yeah.
To find someone that's like obsessed with you.
Like also he was so gorgeous. So I'm not going to lie and say that he's like an ugly guy because he's not. But which is the worst. Like it's the worst. Oh my God. But he would be like constantly being like, oh my God, like I'm so happy we matched. Like you're so perfect. Like you're like, I wouldn't change anything about you. Like he said little things about my features, like so specific, really being like, no, like I am so happy that this happened. This is like, you know, perfect. And then as we started like talking over time, he would say things like, oh my God, like I think one day I was like, oh, like what do we do now? Because like I found out that he was going back to the UK. And he was like I feel like we just like have to get married. Like this, like I just feel like this is like it or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, like you know, like when you're in the moment, you're just like, oh my god, like that's so cute, haha,
Yeah.
like, funny, like whatever.
Yeah, he's not like serious, so you're just like, yeah, haha, like cute.
Yeah, and then constantly over time, like just we would get on FaceTime calls to talk all the time, and like we would like fall asleep on the phone together. We had a movie date where we watched a movie together on FaceTime.
Oh my god, classic.
Literally stuff. And like he just was like, I like constantly always like, I'm so happy, like you make me so happy, like this is like what I want, like I know it's crazy, but like what if we like thought like long distance, I know that's weird to like ask somebody to do that, but like all this stuff, like hyping it up really. And then he constantly, we like would like talk, and he would constantly be like, yeah, like just like you know when somebody's like really hyping you up,
yes,
and you're just like in shock, but also you're kind of like, oh my god, like this is everything.
Yes,
he would just like constantly tell me like all the time how great I was and how like much he liked me, that I absolutely was like, oh my god, like this guy actually likes me, like this is like real,
right?
And I remember like I had told you about it, and this is like a point for later. I told you about it, then I went to go look up his like profile on the dating app, and it was gone. And I like freaked out, and I got this like horrible feeling of like discernment, and I was like, oh my god, he's like literally just like ghosted me, like he's gone. But then we had crossed over to Instagram, and I randomly like messaged him and asked him about it, and I was like, oh my god, is he gonna answer or not? He was like, no, like I deleted my profile because you're the first girl like I matched with, and like I'm happy, like I'm good, like I don't need to be on the app anymore because I found you. So you're constantly talking about how much you like me, how I'm perfect, you wouldn't change anything about me. I was like literally just like, you're made so perfectly kind of thing, like I couldn't ask for someone better, like
let's get married, do long distance, we can move in with each other. Yeah,
literally talking about like, oh, like what if we like had kids, like where would we live, like all this stuff. And I like, he was like constantly talking to me, like and even up until June, I think maybe it wasn't, but whatever, because we had talked about Pride Month or whatever, so that's how like it was like recent, like right. So then also, this is also tea. So this person and I, right, I'm a grown-up and I'm allowed to do grown-up things with, you know, partners if I choose.
Period.
And I just like have never, you know, done that with anyone kind of, but I literally believed what this guy is saying. I really liked him. We talked about so much, not just like how much we liked each other, but about our lives, like our family, like stuff like that. So I felt comfortable to engage in like certain acts, maybe. So I'm engaging in certain acts, which I don't do, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. Everybody has the power to do what they feel comfortable with sexually, and there's no shame on that. I just like, it makes me feel weird just because I guess I don't have that experience, and it makes me feel differently than I'm sure maybe other people do. However, I was like, wait, I actually really like this guy so much. I feel comfortable and safe, and he made it feel like a safe environment. So I was like, I trust you enough to like do this. And he like understood. He knew like I've never had a boyfriend, never been on a date, never been sexually active, all this stuff. So I've trusted this person with a lot.
Right.
And we do it occasionally, right? So we're like having like intimate moments together. So it's not just chatting or like talking to each other normally. We're also having intimate moments. And one time, which this makes for even worse what he did in the end. But one time we were like engaging like on the phone,
getting it on.
And I just remember like something happened in my head that right after I like started crying like immediately. And we were still on the phone together, but I kind of just was like, yeah, like okay, like I'll talk to you, whatever, and like hung up or something. And then the next morning I like told him like I was like crying or whatever, or I think I told him that I was sad, and he like took it so hard to be like, oh my God, like, I'm sorry, like, if I made you uncomfortable, like, next time, like, there won't be a next time. We don't have to do anything like that. Like, I don't want to put you in a position where you feel unsafe. And he was really upset with himself because he thought like he did it. But I was like, no, I think it's like me, like, you're like, there's nobody here with me. I'm like in a state of completion, but like also I'm just like by myself sitting here now. Like, there's no like aftercare or like somebody who's here with me to be like, you know,
snuggling,
and have that like moment
saying
of
nice things,
of like, that was great, like blah blah. No, we just like hang up the phone and like whatever. Like, that's so morbid, I feel like. But so he knew I was crying. He was like, I'm so upset at myself. I won't ever ask you to do that. I'm so sorry I made you cry. Like, how can I make it up to you? Do you need me to like get on the phone with you? What can I do? So very like caring, very attentive. And this over periods of time, like, he knew like I had job interviews and would call me and ask them how they went. And we would talk about like, oh, like, how's this thing going? Like, so every day this person's like a part of my life. So then we get to a certain point after like weeks of this, like all the time. And Seth knew about him. Also, he knew that I told my mom about him, which I didn't tell my mom until I like weeks in, because I was like, I'm not just gonna like say anything. But I mentioned it to my mom like off like the cuff, because we had been talking about Pride Month. Like, I made a joke about Pride and whatever. And my mom, who is the most wonderful woman in the world, sometimes loves to forget that I've fully come out to her. So
she forgets that little detail sometimes.
However, very supportive, like, you know, is now transitioning her language to whoever you marry, so that's great. But I made a joke and she was like, why do we need to celebrate Pride? I don't like know anyone who's gay. And I was like, all right. She was like, I don't live with anyone who's gay. I'm like literally, hello. Hello?
Your own flesh and blood here.
Literally. And then I was like, oh, well, haha, Mom, you'll be happy to know because I'm talking to this guy. And she's like, oh, that's so cute. Like, I love that. Like, that's a great thing. I'm happy for you. So he knew that I told my mom, and he was like, what did she say? Like, what was her reaction? And he was like happy that she was like excited and all this stuff. And also another excerpt. One time when he got super fucked up, super drunk, he was mumbling, and like I was like, oh, just talk to me, like tell me things while you're like whatever, because I thought it was cute because he was like fucked up. And
right.
He was like, and he was like, I like want you to be my girlfriend. Like, this would be so much easier if you were my girlfriend and we could just like be together. And I was like, oh, haha, because he was drunk. So like whatever, like that's not a real thing. But there's always like something subconsciously when you say things when you're drunk.
What is it? Drunk, sober thoughts or drunk words? Drunk words are sober feelings. Feelings.
Something like that.
Yeah, whatever. It's like if you say something while you're drunk, it's not like out of left field. Like, you obviously have been thinking about that at least a little.
Exactly. So all this is happening. Meanwhile, we never got in a fight. Everything was normal. Like, literally just chatting like all the time. One day, and Seth is gone, by the way. All this is happening. Seth is gone. He's literally in the Philippines.
Yeah. She sends me like a voice note.
Right.
Yeah. It was. So I wasn't even here for this.
Right. I had no one to cry with. But I woke up and I see, like, in the middle of the night, I woke up, saw that he sent me a message. And I was like, oh my God, like, can't wait to check it. But also I was dead tired. So I woke up early the next morning. And then I went to go check it because there was still a notification on my screen. Why? Guys, why when I go to open the message, all of his messages were gone?
Months of messages. Gone, vanished.
Just gone.
Casper.
Yeah.
An apparition.
Literally just gone.
Vanish.
Bitch gone. And then I went to go look at his profile. And it was like, oh, follow. And I was like, what do you mean follow, bitch?
Like I've been followed.
This is my man, bitch. Like,
right.
What
this
do you
is
mean?
Literally my man's. Of course I follow him.
Right. So I'm like, oh, cool, cute. Okay. So then I go on my computer. I can't look him up on my computer. Okay, incredible. Then I sign out of my Instagram on my computer and I put his ad into Google. Why can I see the profile now that I'm signed out of my Instagram? All of a sudden I can see his private profile. So something's
Jesus
wrong.
Christ. Yeah.
So Seth is gone, thinks everything with this guy is going fine, but still at the same time, like, don't get it twisted. Seth and I had this conversation and we had this conversation like on the last podcast and even after where we discussed, I'm not going to take it to like heart. I'm just going to go with the flow, see what happens, and not like really, I'm going to guard my heart and protect myself in this situation, which I did the entire time.
You were like, men have done this before.
Right.
You never know what a man is going to do. Like, I'm obviously enjoying it and whatever, but like, obviously there's still a little bit of like hesitancy and caution.
Exactly. So, gone. I tell Seth this whole thing. Seth is freaking out. He's like, what the hell? That's such psycho behavior. Because who does that?
Like, and we've talked about this because we don't really know like why the messages vanished, because we tried it on our podcast Instagram. We
did an experiment.
I blocked her.
Yeah.
The messages didn't go away.
Exactly.
If you clicked on it, it kind of looked similar. It was like follow or something. But the messages didn't just vanish out of thin air.
Yeah.
So we're like, did he literally go through and unsend every single message he sent you?
Right. And then also when we go to my profile, we can still kind of like see his profile pic and like his followers and stuff, but it's not like user not found.
Yes. Which when you block someone, you can't even see like their name, their picture, their bio.
Right.
It says like user not found. Like
literally.
So we're like, did he just remove her as a follower and then like delete all the messages?
That's what we're thinking. That I genuinely feel like he either, you know how like you can make someone unfollow you?
Yes.
That, and then also you can put on certain like privacy settings, so like people, it can be hidden but they can still see, you know what I mean?
I don't think he just blocked you. I think he did that. Removed you as a follower, maybe changed some settings, and then unsent his messages, which is literally psycho.
Yeah.
Considering he said he wanted to marry you, date you, be your girlfriend, how perfect you were.
Yeah.
How much he liked you, just vanish out of thin air.
And like also, I think this is so crazy because I'm just remembering it. I've never said this, but we went to Futch like in between one of those times of me talking to him. And then he like was like, oh, where are you going out? Like with your friend, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, we're going to a party. It's like for girls, whatever. And he was like, oh yeah, that's right. Like we talked about me like being like queer. And I was like, don't worry, I won't kiss any girls. And he was like, I know. Like literally, like he was like, I know. Yeah. There's no way. Like he was just so felt so solid in the fact that we were good.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I know you're not going to do it. Like I
trust.
Yeah. He was like, I trust you. I know. Have a good time. Talk to me when you get home. Like literally. He's like, no, I know we're good because you like me so much and I like you so much. And also the thing that I did, which being vulnerable is totally fine.
Yeah.
But I had told him that I didn't really plan on dating guys that much because I wanted to fully discover me being queer and like really dive deeper into that since it's a new part of myself.
Yeah.
And I told him I didn't even expect to be talking to a guy. I haven't had a crush on somebody in 3 years. And I didn't think like it would be you.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, like, are you like upset that it's like me and not a girl, blah, blah. And I was like, no, like I genuinely am really happy and I really like you. And he was like, good, because I feel the exact same way.
I just like literally can't.
Like I cried on the phone to you after we had this like intimate moment. You've like heard things about me. Also, craziest thing, he found out I had a podcast because it was in it was in my bio.
Yeah, we always talk about it. We're like, oh my God, these boys are like stumbling upon our podcast as if it's not literally in our bio. We post about it every 2 seconds. Like, we're like, how are they finding out about it?
No, literally.
Fully linked to us.
But he found out about my podcast because he clicked in the my podcast, our podcast. Jesus fucking Christ.
Your podcast.
Yeah, he found out about the podcast because he clicked on the link in the bio and watched many episodes. Didn't tell me about it until randomly we were talking one day, and I think we were talking about sleep or something, and I was like, yeah, it's like not cute because when I snore, I sleep when I snore when I sleep.
Right.
Which the last time we recorded this, Seth laughed so hard when I said that.
I know. I was like, I can't laugh hard again because she's gonna get mad.
No, literally, he laughed so hard.
No, it was just funny because you didn't know. That's the best part of it, because I've known for years. Literally years of knowing you, and like you haven't known that this whole time.
No clue. Which, by the way, my mom said, like, when she came here, she was like, one time when I was sleeping, she heard me snore, and then another time I changed like the way my head was laying on the pillow, and I didn't snore at all.
Oh,
so
it's probably just when your head gets in like a bad position or something.
But anyways, so I talked about that in one of our podcasts, and the fact that I have a dog, right? And he brought it up to me when we were talking, like, oh my God, it must be so crazy, like falling asleep at Coachella. And I was like, how do you know that? And he was like, yeah, like the fact that you snore or whatever. And I was like, wait, we haven't, like, I was like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
And then he was like, and you didn't tell me you had a dog. I was like, what the fuck? Like, where are you finding this out?
Oh my God.
And he was like laughing about it. And I was like, wait, no, seriously, I don't think I mentioned that. And he was like, I watch your podcast. And I was like, oh, fucking duh. Like, obviously. But still, I'm like, why would you not, like, tell me about it or like not mention it?
Yeah.
And then you bring it up in the middle of our
like
conversation.
Randomly knowing all this information about you.
Why do you know so much about me already? That's like really weird.
Yeah.
And he kind of was like, I just wanted to watch it because I want to know everything about you. Like, I really want to like know who you are, like, as a person, because I genuinely really like you. Yeah. Which I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. But like now I'm like,
no, I just like, I don't know about our fresh new boy crushes watching this. Yeah. Because we really share a lot, and that's fine, but I want to maintain like some kind of like mystery. Like, and also it seems a little unfair that you instantly know literally everything about me, and I am still getting to know you. Exactly. Like, you know all these facts about me, about my childhood, about my trauma, like who I'm dating, like what I'm doing, and like I don't know that much about you. It feels a little like strange, and then to bring it up so offhandedly, like, is just a little shocking.
Exactly. And the best part of this whole thing kind of was like, I just really was like I remember one day I was really specifically sad. This is not the best part, but I was specifically yeah, I'm good. I was super sad one day, and he knew about it, and we started talking about like, I just like wish you were here, like that we didn't have to separate, blah blah whatever. Because at one point he was in California, and then from the other point of us talking to each other, he was in the UK, and we were keeping up with the time difference.
Which is literally insane.
Literally insane. But wait, what was I gonna say? Oh frick! I think I lost it.
One day that you were specifically sad.
Oh yes, he was like, just come to London, like fly in. You can stay with me. I will show you around. Like, let's like just like, you know, just come, like, let's be crazy or whatever, like we were talking about. I was like, girl, because if I had the money, low-key, maybe in that moment I would have been like, oh my God, that's so crazy, like, should I actually,
like, maybe you would have,
right? Like, what are we doing here? What are we literally doing here? Like, you
literally, what are we doing?
You literally said all this stuff and then gone one day. And Seth and I talked about it, and I talked about it with Ashley, and she was like, both of them were like, he's
both of these nuts.
Oh my God. Bitch, you're the worst person alive.
One time I was skiing before I knew what bofa was, and I kind of fell down, and there was like this group of teenage boys, and this guy was like, he said they were talking about something, and he was like, bofa, and the guy was like, bofa? He was like, bofa D's nuts, and I laughed for like 15 minutes about that, and I was like, I will be saying that from now on. God. Continue your story.
They were both like,
bofa?
They were both like, oh, he's gonna come back. Girl, if this man
will come crawling back.
If he comes back and he's randomly like I'm so happy, I'm doing really incredible,
you've moved on fully, life's good, you have a job, millions of dollars, and
he comes back, girl, I'm going to be fucking like,
yes, it's gonna put you right back into it.
Yeah.
And he will. That's what they always do. They always do the most shocking things, ghost you, and then come back when their life gets worse.
Right.
It's just like a formula.
Literally. And we were like, does he have a girlfriend?
Yeah. That's my theory. Yeah. Is that he has a girlfriend, and that's why he did the date. He didn't have dating apps before until he came to California and was like away from her, and then was like messaging you on Instagram, not like texting, because he wanted to keep it on Instagram. True. You can keep the notifications off. And then, maybe she came back into town, or like maybe she was getting suspicious. So he just like blocked you. And that's why he immediately deleted his dating app profile when he got back to the UK.
No, he deleted it before he got back to the UK.
Oh. Well, maybe he found someone and then deleted it. So like he wouldn't see anyone that he knows from back home when he like.
That's so smart. I didn't even think of that. And you know what's so funny? Because we talked about like, oh, like, have you been in a relationship, blah, blah. And I had told him that I hadn't had a crush on somebody in 3 years. And then he was like, oh yeah, like my last relationship was like 3 years, and we were together for like a while, but I haven't like spoken to her like, or like this whole thing, like we haven't been in a relationship for a couple years now. And I was like, oh, okay, that's crazy, like, oh my God. And I remember him asking me one time, like, is it okay that someone I date, like, is it okay that they've had previous partners, like both sexually and like romantically? And I was like, yeah, girl. Yeah. If not, I'm literally never going to be with anyone in the world.
Right.
Because everyone has a past. Everyone's been with someone. And just because I haven't, that doesn't make... what? Now everyone has to live up to that standard? Like, no. So... I just like... It's like so sketchy. It's so sketchy.
Yeah. I can't with the like... The ghosting.
Yeah, no.
Not the like... fizzling out, like literally saying he wanted to date you, fly out here, let's do long distance. You talked about kids, like, and we've talked about this, but the situation, as we know, recently happened to me. Same exact thing. Yeah. And it's like afterward you feel so crazy. You're like, how did I misread this? Did I misread the signs? And then it's like, no, you thought he liked you because he said, I like you. Yeah. Like, how are we... It just is so insane. Like, do they not actually mean it? Do they, like, what's the reason that they're literally saying something they don't mean?
Yeah.
Like I would never say that to someone unless I meant it.
Yeah.
I would not say, I like you, let's get married. I would never say that unless I meant it.
No, literally.
So, like, why are they saying it when they don't mean it?
Yeah, it's, like, crazy because I think guys don't really think about stuff they say. Like... Or sometimes guys will say things and not think about the aftermath of what they said.
Like they're just like caught up in the moment and like they're speaking passionately but don't like really think about what they're saying.
Yeah, I just think like, because I think maybe it's like emotional intelligence or something, but when I say something or before I say something to people, I always think about what I'm going to say and how that's going to affect them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether that's like in me like saying something nice to someone, or I'm thinking about like the next bitchiest thing to fucking say and be like, how am I going to read this bitch down?
Literally.
Yeah. So I think guys don't think about that after the fact. They think about their thoughts, what they want to say, and it just comes out
in this moment. Yeah. Even on dating apps, when I'm first talking to someone, I'm like, editing messages. I'm like, okay, I don't want to say it like this because then they're going to think this, or like, you know, I try to be very intentional and not say things I don't mean, especially when it comes to like, I like you, or like, it's just not something you just offhandedly tell someone. Yeah.
And I think it's crazy to not think of the other person's feelings involved.
He just blocked you.
Literally. Out of nowhere.
It's just so shocking, not even considering the months of you guys talking, the things you've shared with each other, said to each other, like, just block. Like, despite his reason for wanting to end it, like, just a horrible way to handle it.
No, literally.
A psycho thing to do.
At least like say something. Like,
literally anything.
This is why this happened. I'm sorry. And then I would understand if you like ended it fully. Yeah. And then you were like, maybe if you had to take the time to then block that person after you've given them like this is the end, I'm so sorry, blah blah, and then you block, which that's still a shitty thing to do. Yeah, because then you're kind of not letting the other person like reply or like say their feelings. But okay, maybe you say it, block. That is still better than literally nothing at all,
just gone.
We never got in a fight, we never like were angry or upset, just. And I was like, okay, cool. Love this. So happy.
I just like, I don't know if this is like worth it. Yeah. Because you know that feeling when you have a crush. Yeah. It just makes you feel so dumb when it ends like this. And it's like, of course it, like they always do this. Absolutely. They always do this. I always say everything's good until they open their mouth, and then that ruins it every single time.
Yeah. So that happened to me, which... Hey, like, so happy you're watching. Maybe I'll see you soon, or maybe I won't.
Yeah, glad you're watching this right now. Yeah. Just like so weird. Literally. You're so weird, and I'm over it.
Exactly. But
I'm pissed at him. Yeah. And he's going to come crawling back.
And I feel like people will be mad at me because I will hear him out. I feel like. Because I don't know.
Folks at home, I'll be there, though, to monitor the situation.
I just like...
And give my honest opinion about it. Because I do. I feel like I tell you, like,
absolutely.
because that's what a friend does.
Exactly.
I'm not just going to let you, you know. Yeah. I'll tell you what I feel.
Which,
sound off in the comments down below. Should Monique hear him out? I'm going to say no. But do what you want, sis. Let us know what you think down below. Call in. Phones are waiting. We're waiting for your calls.
But anyways, we'll see.
We'll keep you guys posted. And if you're watching this, you're weird. And like,
you're weird.
Just that was a crazy thing to do.
But to my second fan who's watching this, who
our full audience is just gonna be like boys. Like just previous, current, like I don't like it very much.
Yeah. So to my second biggest fan.
Hi, sir.
Hi. We also met on a dating app because here's the thing. After that happened, I literally lost my mind. Yep. Got unhinged for a second. Because it wasn't just that. I had also got rejections from jobs that I really wanted, and then something else was happening like with my family, and I was like, oh, so everything's happening at one time.
Yeah. And
incredible. I left. And Seth left, so I had no one to talk to.
Literally. It was just the perfect storm.
Exactly. But after that, I was like, you know what, bitch, I am too much of a gift to this world.
True, period.
To not be on a dating app. So I got back on the dating app and I met this new guy. And we just went on a date last Tuesday.
Which was your first ever date.
My first ever date of life.
Yay! Let's give it up, everyone, because I feel like we said that in an episode. Like your next goal is to go on a date.
Yeah,
and you did.
And I did it. And
next goal is to get dick down.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
But okay, so how we matched was, first of all, we are from the same hometown. So that's how
crazy. All the way on the other side of the planet.
Literally.
Or country. Not planet.
But no, and that's what originally, like, initially attracted me to him, because I was like, oh my God, like, someone from my exact same area in LA is crazy.
That is crazy.
So we matched, we talked, whatever, and immediately he was like, I want to take you on a date, like on this day when I get back from my vacation. And I was like, period.
You're like, yeah, you do. I was like, of course you do.
Absolutely, babe. And then my mom came in town, which was so much fun. We had a great time with her.
We had a blast.
We did lots of things. But right after, when he knew my mom left that day, like before, he was like, hey, I made reservations at this place at this time. I'll see you then.
Period.
Bitch. So absolutely, I ate that up.
Yes.
Okay.
He asked you out, made the reservation. That's what I love. I hate the like, let's hang out sometime.
Yeah, what do you want to do? No.
Let's hang out. Are you free Friday? Great. Yeah. We're eating here this time.
Like, plan the date.
Plan the motherfucking date.
Plan the date. So he did a great job. The place that he took me to was absolutely fantastic. And yeah, the date went actually pretty fabulous.
Wow.
In terms of like no awkward moments. Ugh. Like literally just like.
That's best case scenario.
Yeah. Like it felt like, and you know what? It felt like I felt safe and comfortable because he was like, I know his vibe because I have the same vibe. East Coast, like New York, like literally I got it from the beginning. So it was perfect.
Yep.
And it was like, we laughed, like we had fun. We both asked each other questions. So for my first date ever, 10 out of 10. He did a great job. The place was beautiful.
Does he watch this?
He said he would watch this.
Oh God. Hi. Nice job.
Great job.
Let's do it again. But like,
yeah,
new date.
And he was
this time, like somewhere else, not just dinner. Let's have something fun, interactive. You guys can like, you know, it's hard when you're sitting across from someone, but like you could be a little bit more like, you know, because you said you weren't sure, you know.
Yeah, I said that after the date, which he paid for the date, period. Of course, because he only because not only of course because he asked me. Yes. Like if I asked him to do something,
and I made the reservation and then like I
would pay.
Right.
Don't let me pay. But I would like
you would at least offer.
Right. I'd be like, no, I'm gonna pay, but you at least have to be like, no, babe, like I'll pay.
Yes.
Then I'll be like, oh my God, okay.
You're like, at least I offered.
Yeah. But yeah, after the date, I was like, oh, this was great. We like hugged and he was like, hopefully I see you soon or like whatever. But also he said like he's horrible at texting, which low key he is, but I get it. And yeah, that was it. Like we said bye and it was cool.
Period.
I know.
Let's see where it goes.
Also, I'm
excited for a second date.
Yeah.
Because I know you're like, is it, you know?
Yeah, that's what I literally forgot to say.
Yeah.
Sorry, my brain.
Circling back.
Yeah, my brain. I said that long thing. I said because I was like, oh, I think we might just be homies. Like we might just be friends or like cool like with each other because I don't know if I feel that way about him. Like he was an attractive guy, like really dressed well, like period. Like he had a chain, a watch, like but I was like, I think I get friend vibes from this guy. So.
Yeah. And I was saying to figure out if it is friend vibes, if it's more like crush, you need to like, you know, be a little bit more like touchy or like, you know, kiss him. It was my suggestion and just see like, I don't know. I feel like that always tells you like, no, this is weird. It's like I'm, you know.
Yeah. Like kissing my friend.
Yeah. Kissing my friend and that's weird. Or it's like, I liked that kiss and I want more. So like, yeah, it always helps you, you know. And if you do something more interactive, you could maybe like touch his arm or like maybe hold hands and it just would either there's like there's chemistry there or there's not. Yeah, and that'll tell you if there is.
Yeah.
Not that you have to like bust it open for him, but like just like a little like, you know, a little smooch or something.
Yeah. So we'll see if we go on another day, but we're recording this. It's been a week since our date.
Okay.
And we haven't talked.
Okay.
Which, again, I'm really not mad at if we end up being friends.
Yeah.
Sick.
Per.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. So we'll see.
She went on a date, everyone. Give it up.
Now I can go on so many more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was saying it's like when it's something that you've never done, it becomes like a thing. And once you get the first one done, what's a second, third, fourth, fifth, you know, it just comes easier.
Yeah.
But when it's like the first one, it's like, you don't want it just with any old Joe Schmo off the street.
Right.
So
So
I'm so excited. This is the summer of love.
Girl, I hope so.
We both had crushes this year for the first time ever for me, and the first time in 3 years for you. They both ended up going horribly wrong, and anytime I think about it, I get angry. But I feel like it's becoming like further and further apart, where it's like I haven't thought about him in like a few weeks now, but I will, and then I'll spiral, and then it'll be longer next time.
Yeah.
It's literally, it's like, horrible.
I would love to pretend like I don't think about this guy, but can't pretend.
No. It was a crush.
Yeah.
I hate crushes.
I know.
I hated it. I hated it every step of the way, and then it ended up being horrible. Like, it was just awful. And now I feel stupid, and like I'm thinking about him. It's just like so annoying.
No, it's the worst.
Really, I feel stupid. I look dumb. I just hate it.
So yeah.
To all the boys that have rejected us. Happy Pride.
Yeah. Happy Pride. But now, so that's all my tea, literally. That's literally everything that I've been doing.
Okay.
But Seth has literally just, like we said, we had to re-record the podcast, and Seth literally came off of a whirlwind adventure.
Yeah, I have traveled quite a bit the past few weeks. I went to the Philippines for 2 weeks in May, and then came home for a week, then flew to Atlanta to see my parents, and then flew to Vegas, and then came back, and here we are. I'll start with Vegas weekend, because it literally just happened. Like Monique said, Saturday night was in the club until 3:30, exited the club, grabbed my suitcase, went to the airport at 4 a.m., got on a flight, flew back to LA, Ubered home from the airport, drove across town to pick up Eleanor, came back home, dropped her off, took a 2-hour nap, came here, and then we recorded. So that was the state of mind that I was in for that podcast episode. So maybe it's for the best that it is gone forever.
Yeah.
Who knows what we talked about, what I said. I probably overshared about Vegas. No, I did overshare because that story I don't want to tell. I've changed my mind. But anyway, I flew into Vegas Friday morning, and Vegas is a place that you can't be sober there. And that's just the reality. If you're from Vegas, sorry, but it's just, there's so much happening. It's like chaos. So it's just, it's like the vibe of the city too. You can smoke indoors, like open carry alcohol everywhere, like on the street, open, like everyone is blackout drunk. It's just the energy. It's the vibe.
Wait, I think I asked you this last time, but it's like cigarettes, right?
Cigarettes. People are smoking cigarettes indoors.
That's like, okay. Put yourself back in time, right?
Yeah.
Like when the mob was around. Not that that's like fun and cool. Like
right. Back in the day when the mob was out and about.
In Vegas, just like sitting in the casinos with their
cigars.
What a time. What a time. What a time.
And they're all in suits.
Yeah. Oh, God. Ooh. Yep. Just, oh my God. And I think last time I mentioned how I saw that influencer who sadly broke up with a man that just proposed to her.
Oh,
horrible.
God. Rip.
I know. But she posted a picture recently of her in Paris, like a cappuccino and a skinny cig.
Yes. What a vibe. No, I was saying we need to go to Europe and take a picture with a cigarette. It just feels right.
Yeah. Like not to, but like, okay. Like we're not, well, yeah, no, Seth is not a smoker, but like, and neither am I, any perspective like daters. But like sometimes like when you're drunk and you have like a skinny cig.
Right.
It's just, I feel like Charlie XC.
I just like don't get the hype.
Yeah, okay.
And I've had one puff of a cigarette in my entire life. Yeah,
that's why you don't get the hype. You have to at least go halvesies on one with your friend.
I have to smoke half of it? No. I'm out.
No. Stop. No, you either go halvesies or you have a full one yourself and you're just like, oh my God.
I'd just rather smoke a joint. I don't know if I can say that on the internet.
It's literally the same thing.
No, it's different.
Okay.
There's not, okay.
But anyways.
Yeah.
Vegas.
That's fully happening inside. Inside the casinos of the hotel. But then like all the rooms are non-smoking, which is interesting. But anyway, got into Vegas, and then Friday night we were supposed to see Fissure. Went to the club at 1 a.m. and we get in line. And it was right before 1 a.m. because they closed the doors at 1. So it was like 12:30. We get in line for this club to see Fissure. The security guard, I'm wearing the vest that I wore to Coachella, the like sleeveless vest. And the bouncer's like, you can't get in there. Like, you don't have sleeves. So I'm not going to let you in. Like, go buy a t-shirt, go change. I'm not letting you in. And I'm like, you're joking. I'm standing next to 4 women who are in like bodycon strapless dress. All their shoulders, arms are out. And he won't let me into the club because I don't have sleeves. So I have to exit the line. Keep in mind, as I mentioned before, I'm not sober. So I have to now navigate, find a t-shirt to purchase, then get back in line, find my friends in this club. So I'm walking around. Keep in mind, almost 1 a.m. Every store is closed. So I'm searching. I stumble upon this gift shop. And I go inside. Thank God they had t-shirts. I look at all the price tags, find the cheapest one possible, put the shirt on, go back to the club, get in line, get inside, and then my friend says, oh, by the way, Fissure canceled. So Fissure will not be playing tonight. And it was this random DJ playing this terrible music. It was like, like all these like fog machines. Yeah. It was just not the vibe. So then my friend was like, okay, I got us on another list. We can see Diplo, which we've talked about Diplo. Like,
horrible, disgusting human being.
Just a terrible person. I don't want to see him. We saw him a little at Coachella. Like, I just don't want to see him. But we had no other option. So we see Diplo. He was literally like...
That is...
And then would like DJ set on stage. And we're in this like tiny club. He's standing like right there. I'm watching him. Just chaos. He's playing like country music. There's these like fog machines blasting in my face every 2 seconds. It just... wasn't the vibe. So then get back home. It's like 6 a.m. The sun is rising. Sleep in until like 4 p.m. Get up. We have dinner. We see the show. Then we go to Dom Dalla. So we get in line.
So hot.
First of all, this hotel, it was at Live nightclub in Vegas. The hotel that I was in is called the Fontainebleau, the Fountain Blue Hotel.
Yeah.
It was literally the craziest hotel I've ever seen in my life. It was like, we kept saying it looked like the Capitol, like in the Hunger Games. Like it was insane.
Oh my God.
And so we go to this nightclub. It's like a pretty small nightclub, and Dom Dalla is playing there. So it was like pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was so crowded. But it was literally the craziest party I've ever been to in my life. Like, it was literally insane.
Insane.
Yes. Like, people, there was this one moment, like the security guard wouldn't let us into like the front in front of Dom. And he like grabbed me and pushed me and shoved me and was like moving us all. It was chaos. But once we found a good spot, it was fun. And Dom was he was amazing.
Which 3 things, or maybe 2, because I might forget one of them.
Right.
First, describe what the shirt, what had on the shirt, and what kind of shirt it was. Second, dude, I had it. Do the shirt first.
I love how we started with 3 things and now we're at 1. The shirt, the gift shop was in Caesar's Palace, and inside of Caesar's Palace, Lisa Vanderpump has a restaurant. So it was a gift shop for that restaurant. And the t-shirt says, what does it say?
It's just like crazy bitch or something.
I'll tell you what it says. It's the most shocking t-shirt.
Guys, it's a white t-shirt, cloth.
Women's t-shirt.
White cloth V-neck t-shirt.
And I was wearing a tank top and I put it over it. I looked like so crazy. Okay, it says, I'm passionate about dogs, just not crazy about bitches. Like, literally, what does that mean? And it just... it was so annoying, but honestly a pretty iconic t-shirt that I will be wearing again.
No, and it doesn't, doesn't it not have that just like printed on? Isn't it rhinestones?
Yes. It's like rhinestone. So all of those words are like a really, really light pink. So you can barely read them except for 3 words, which they've like are darker than the rest. It's on my Instagram if you want to go see it. The 3 words that are highlighted are passionate, crazy bitches. So it just looks like the shirt says passionate, crazy bitches until you like really look at it.
God.
Yeah. So that was the t-shirt that I wore to the club.
This is like a story that is gonna be dad lore.
Yes.
When you're a kid.
Yes. And that's what Vegas is.
Yeah.
It's just moments like this, one after the other. The craziest stuff happens. Like, you see the most shocking things. Like, the craziest things happen to you, and you're just, it's a literal fever dream.
That's insane. And also, I thought of the second thing.
Amazing. Maybe we'll get to the third. Maybe we won't.
Maybe we won't. But speaking of Dom Dalla and like all this stuff, we talked about it briefly, I think, on our last podcast. But Fred again, and Charlie XCX.
Listen, someone else today on a dating app was like, I love concerts. I just saw Fred this weekend. I was like, great. So you and everyone else that I know was at these shows, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like, also, I saw somebody say, like, all in the back, the tickets were $15, which...
for which one?
For Fred again.
You're kidding.
No. $15. But it was like you could still see it because the stage was on both sides. But, like, Seth, were you here? I don't think you were here.
No, I wasn't here because I was in Georgia.
Right. So who am I going to go with? I'm going to go by myself to Fred again.
Right. For $15 in the like nosebleeds.
Yeah.
No. And then Charlie XCX, the album,
day after.
The brand new album she played, and everyone and their brother was there. Everyone I know was there. It was on everyone's stories. Yes. I was like, awesome. So everyone was there but us.
Exactly. So that
we need to like keep track of these things, and we can't be missing these.
No, we need to keep track of this. Like anytime like Dom does something, Fred again, because I love Fred again. I especially love the song he did with Danny.
Yes.
070 Shake.
Yes.
That song, I so want good. That shit injected in my veins.
Me too. I want to like snort that song.
Also, speaking of Charlie XCX, the Club Classics.
Girl.
I literally want to scream at the top of my lungs in a club, just like.
Yes, I was about to say, just wait till the next time we're at a club and one of those songs plays. We are going to black out.
God, when I go to the club, I want to hear the Club Classics. Club Classics. Club
Classics. It's so good. The whole album. Literally everyone I know has released.
Brat. It's giving
we
Brat.
Can't have a podcast segment about the Sunny Angels.
No. I'm saying it's the same color as the album.
The Bratz album
it's giving
thing.
Brat.
But also, I will say about the Charlie XCX concert, I saw someone say the pit was like insane.
Yeah.
Like people were pushing and shoving and like moshing, and it was crazy, which I would not have liked that.
No, I also heard it smelled terrible.
No. Remember at the Harry concert?
It smelled so bad.
It smelled like pee. Like people were literally peeing because we saw it on Twitter after. Like people were just popping a squat in Madison Square Garden. Like we were probably standing in it.
Right. Like literally get a grip. Like stop.
No. But that's kind of both the club nights we went to were like crazy. Like people shoving, pushing, like getting in fights, like grabbing people.
No.
And that happened, remember, at Neon. Like just, I don't know what it is about events like that, but just people... It's got to be the drugs or the alcohol.
Let me talk to you so kindly. Get right into my face right now.
Let's get a close up on Monique over here.
If I'm intoxicated and you push me and shove me in a club, the first thing that I'm saying is, oh, so I guess nobody knows how to say excuse me anymore. And then we get in a fight.
Yeah.
Because the worst time to ever push me is when because then you're
no inhibitions.
No.
Zero.
You're pushing me, and then also, they say something crazy like move or like bitch or something.
Yeah, girl.
You're done.
Done.
Like you better run because I'm coming for you. Like,
and I've watched you do this very exact thing.
Yeah, because don't be like, if I'm being cool and don't be freaking disrespectful.
No, if you bump into me, that's okay.
Right.
It happens. We're in a club. We're drunk. I do it to people.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Right.
But the repeated elbowing, the constant hitting, no, we're not going to do that. I don't care how drunk you are, how high you are. No.
Absolutely not. Because I've never in my life been at a show, a club, whatever, and been like, no, I want to like fucking push this person.
Yeah.
Like literally, sometimes people literally just like I will murder you. Like, don't.
No.
Stop.
That's like rule number 1 in the club. Don't bump into
Literally.
me. I will scream at you.
And I just love. Oh, also, I think this is the third thing that I just remembered.
Oh, amazing. We got all 3 of them. I knew they'd all come back eventually.
In our last podcast, the one we re-record, this is our re-record, right? The last one we recorded.
That's gone forever.
Yes.
Gone but not forgotten.
R.I.P. I think I mentioned randomly, and I don't know what the jump off point was. Maybe it was like the Diplo and like the tray thing, but I had said like, could you imagine like people talk so much shit about girls on Instagrams like who are hoes, like Instagram hoes. Girl, I'm the hottest bitch in the world. Yep. And like I'm on Instagram and people want to give me free things because I'm hot.
Period.
Are you y'all are hating on Instagram for taking advantage of every opportunity.
Yes.
Bro,
simply based off the way they look. I use it too to my advantage.
Dude, I'm not even mad at them because they probably leave they're like in the club. They got
partying with the coolest people on all the lists. Like, yeah, no, every DJ I've ever seen, a sea of women
hot
around.
Bitches in the back.
Holding up the tray so they can like.
Stop.
Dom doesn't really like to have people around him though.
Yeah, I've seen that. And I think John Summit loves that though, because he'll literally like pick girls out from the club to go back there, and I'm like,
I've seen him like videos of him like making out with
literally
people
I've seen
on stage.
I've seen videos of John Summit literally smiling at bitches, like rizzing them up from like the top, and then all of a sudden they're back there with him.
Yeah,
literally shut the fuck up.
Laid, those DJs.
Shut up. Which, by the way, I did say that I want to become a DJ.
You did. And I love that for you.
I think you did believe in me because I'm so good at like, I think we talked about this, but I'm so good at like guessing mixes when we go to the club. I can hear it before it's going to happen.
Yep.
And sometimes Seth will be like, and then I'll scream it in his ear before. And then we're the only 2 people to get it because of that. And then everybody else is like, 5 minutes later, then they start screaming and they're like, oh my God, I love this song.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm Dustin.
I could see that for you.
Thank you so much.
We've talked about that I look like Dom Dalla, allegedly. it just anytime it doesn't really happen until I go to like a Dom Dalla event. That's when people start like saying, oh my God, are you Dom Dalla? Like you look like him. Aww. And then my friends would like lean into it and start like screaming like, oh my God, there's Dom Dalla. And then I would like pretend to hide and then people were staring and would like take pictures. It was crazy. But I don't think I look that much like him. I think if I had a hat on, sunglasses, like a glance, maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't think I look like we're just white boys with mustaches. Like, I don't know.
He's so hot.
Yeah.
He is. He really is. It's
white
the
boys
accent
don't really
too.
do it for me. Yeah. I do like the accent.
Yeah.
But he's like, he's attractive.
Which I guess is what got me in the first place. That's why I'm in this predicament.
Right.
Because of a man with an accent.
Not to be trusted. And my man that did this to me had an accent.
Girl, forget all men with accents. Never
Canceled.
Never speak to a man with an accent. They're all traitors, and they're
all traitors. Absolutely.
No, literally, because what didn't they? We have a fight, America.
Didn't we like fight with them or whatever? America and the UK.
Yeah.
We did have that one fight. I do recall.
No, that's what I'm saying. We had a fight, so like that's why they can't be trusted.
They cannot be trusted.
They tried to take us.
They did,
and we got our independence.
Shout out. Yeah, we did win that fight. Huh? No, cancel men with accents. Canceled. Delete. She's literally crying. Folks at home, she's crying.
Revolutionary War, is it not that?
Yes. 1776.
I have a college education. I'm not
Allegedly.
stupid. I'm not stupid.
No, I was at the graduation. I was literally there.
I was at the graduation. Oh my God, that's so funny.
But yeah, that was my Vegas weekend.
Oh my God. And tell them the story about your Filipino boyfriend.
I did get a boyfriend when I was in the Philippines.
Yes.
And so we fly into this like small island, and the Airbnb host is like,
let's take a moment to log what Seth just said.
Yeah.
He's not staying at a hotel. He's staying at an Airbnb.
A home with like a front door on the street.
So continue.
In a foreign country.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we get to the Philippines. The Airbnb host checks us in and is like, there's a party happening tonight next door. You guys should come. So we go to the party. They're like pouring us free shots, free drinks, like whatever. So I get Tarntina, walk back to the Airbnb because my friends were tired and they're like, I'm gonna go to bed. So I open Grindr, of course. This man is at a bar and is like, come to this bar with me. And I'm like, I would love to, but I don't have like a car or anything. And he was like, well, I have a scooter. Let me come pick you up. So the man comes and picks me up. My friends are like, maybe don't go with this man you've never met at 10 p.m. to the club in a country we've never been to. And I was like,
which he gave the address of the home he was staying in.
He was
Not
headed
like
to the Airbnb. I had seen one picture of him.
Not like the hotel address.
No.
Oh, this is my hotel with thousands of rooms.
And a doorman and security and yeah. No, my Airbnb. So he comes. Oh, my friends tell me this and I'm like, see you guys later. Sleep tight. He's here now. I'm going to go. So I go, get on the back of this man's scooter. He drives us into town. We go to a bar. And I think it was because I was mixing a bunch of different alcohols. Like I had shots with rum, vodka, drinks, beer. I blacked out in the club. So we're dancing in this club and the club is like on a beach. So you can walk out the back of the club onto the beach. The last thing I remember is sitting down in the sand and vomiting. The next thing I remember is waking up the next morning. There's like 8 hours that I literally don't remember. But this man, anyway, long story short, this man offers to like show me around the next day. So I tell my friends and they're like, absolutely, he should show us around. He's born and raised here. Like, he's nice. You guys had a good time. Like, he should show us around. So the next like week we spend with him, he shows us around, takes us to all these secret beaches, like shows us hidden places. Like, it was insane. And he did fall in love with me, as they do.
Yep.
And
of course.
So yeah, I think he's gonna visit LA in a few months. So that's fun. But yeah.
Crazy.
If we lived in the same place, who knows?
Who knows? But wait, okay. Let's think about this.
Okay.
Are you paying for the ticket or is it all of you guys paying?
All of us. I also have like Sky Miles that I could use.
Because then it's like you've flown him out.
Mm-hmm.
You've flown this man. That is
around the world.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, I'll get you an Uber from like. No, I'm flying
an international plane ticket.
Because
I'm telling you, if we lived in the same place, things would be different. But we live on the other side of the planet from each other.
This is a high roller over here, ladies and gentlemen. He will fly you out. You live in a different state.
No problem.
Hit up Seth.
If you're a hot boy with a nice juicy ass, then maybe I'll fly you out.
Yeah, he'll fly you out. So, oh my God.
That's my updates, I guess.
Yeah.
I start school pretty soon, in a week and a half.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
I'm gonna have no life, but that's okay. We're still gonna film.
Yeah,
still gonna post. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm doing software engineering, so we'll see how that goes.
And what am I doing? Trying to get a job, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows where in the universe it'll come from?
Yeah.
But
it'll happen. And it'll happen soon. I'm putting it out there.
Right, because let's go.
Yeah.
I'm bored. I'm tired. Like, there's so many things I want to do. Like, also, we've been talking about this. I want to get more tattoos so bad.
Me too. I want my next piece so bad.
Me too. Has one. Me too.
I want more.
No, yeah.
I've had that idea for so long now. I just want to do it.
Yeah, no, I literally, like, I want to finish up my back. Like, I want to, like, figure out if I want to do a whole back piece, or, like, I want to be more visibly tattooed. Like, I'm itching for, if there's anything I'm itching for, like, not really things, that's what I want.
Yeah, so, me too. We gotta go.
I know.
When we both have jobs soon and are making lots of money, like, we gotta go.
Yeah, we have to, like, when Seth has more tattoos, we'll do a tattoo tour video.
Yes, yes. I only have one, so.
Yeah, I think I have 1, 2, 3, maybe like 10.
Period.
Yeah, I think I have 10.
That's, I need to be on your level.
Yeah.
I need to catch up.
And also my pieces, I don't know if you guys have, I don't think I've ever worn anything with, but my pieces are like, they're larger, some of them. And then also the thing that I'm saying more visibly tattooed is because when I wear a shirt, like even with a shirt with like short sleeves, you can't really see my tattoos.
No.
So that's why I want someone to look at me and be like, oh my God, that girl's yadded. Like fully.
That's what I want.
Yeah. I want one on my neck.
Level. Oh, yeah.
Like I think on this side.
Oh, that would be hot.
Right.
Period. I met this guy recently and he was like covered in tattoos, and he was like, all of my tattoos I designed myself, like they all have such special meaning, and was like telling me all about them. And he was like, what about you and your tattoos? I was like, I got a little ghost right here. It doesn't mean anything,
girl.
It was a flash tattoo that I pointed in a book and said that one.
Yes.
Meanwhile, he tells me like all of this like beautiful, how significant all of his tattoos are, and I was like, I have a little ghost on my thigh.
Oh my God. But actually the guy, when we went on a date, like the guy recently, he was asking me about my tattoos, and then he started like touching my like shirt to like see them. So I was like, oh, okay. And then we were talking about his, because he has two.
Did it give you a little feeling when he was like touching you?
I don't
give it
know.
A little like coochie twinge.
I will be turning myself off after that.
We can bleep that one. That was pretty rough. That was a rough one.
No, but yeah, I don't know. Like you said, I think we do need to like hang out again, and then I'll know.
Yes. Yeah, it's so hard to say after one dinner with the guy.
Yeah.
Like you got to give it another try.
Yeah.
Would you text him? Be like, "Hey."
I don't know, cuz like the last text I sent, it was like, "Oh, maybe this is for everyone to like comment."
Oh, yeah, to weigh in on.
Yeah. So, the last text I sent was, "Hey, made it home. You're the best. Had a great night," or something like that. Or "I had a good time. Hopefully see you soon," or whatever. And then he texted me like maybe a couple minutes later and was like, "Hey, just made it home. I'm in bed now. I had a great time." So I'm like, that's not really giving me anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not really being like, yeah, like
let's hang again soon,
see you
please.
Soon, blah blah, like kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's like, even though he sent the last text, well, maybe this is childish or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like since he sent the last text, I'm like, I can't there's no reply I can say to that text normally.
Well, don't reply to it.
Yeah.
Just start a new text. Like, hey, hope you've been good. Like, do you want to hang out again soon?
Maybe, you know what? And I never think of this, but maybe him on the other side is like,
I sent the last text. She hasn't responded.
Oh my God.
That's why you just need to start it up and see what happens.
Yeah.
Because he did text you last.
That's
so
true.
I wouldn't, if I were him, I wouldn't respond, or I wouldn't.
Then
he's double texting you.
Yeah, but like, okay, what? Guys, weigh in on this. What answer do I give to that?
You don't give an answer. You just start a new conversation.
Like,
hey,
what do
hope
I
you've
say?
been well this past week. I'd love to see you again. Let's hang out again. Do you want to hang out again?
Or he can be the badass.
But he asked you out first.
Oh my God.
He asked you last time. He texted last. Like, maybe you plan the next thing.
Yeah. But like, I'm like,
or you don't even have to plan it. Just be like, let's hang out again.
Yeah, but I'm like, does this
come over and cook or something, or I'll cook.
I'm like, does this man actually want to see me though?
If he wants to, he'll say yes. If he doesn't want to, then he won't, and you'll know. We'll draft it up after this, and you'll send it.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, but I think that's all of our life updates.
Yeah, that's literally it. And
we love you guys. Thanks so much for listening all the way to the end.
Yeah.
We got more stuff coming. We're going to start posting more, filming more.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
We have exciting lives, so we'll have exciting updates. Maybe we'll do one of these every so often. Just like a chit chat life updates.
Chit chat, get ready with me.
Hopefully it recorded for both of us.
Yeah, because no ma'am. That was funny times a million. So we can't this is comedy gold.
This is, some would say, a work of art.
Yeah. So like Seth said, we are going to be doing so many more like videos. We're going to make more content. We're both in the same place. Both literally.
Bofa. If you have any podcast ideas, let us know.
Yeah. Anything you want to see from us here.
Any questions, we can do a Q&A.
Yeah. And we're so happy that also shout out to the people who have been following our TikTok, like whether or not they watch the video or if they just watch on TikTok or following our Instagram, commenting. Thanks guys. That's amazing. We see you guys and that makes us happy. Like we're happy that we're growing in a way, but we're also excited to like give more. So yeah.
And if you're boys that have wronged us,
oh my God,
get a life. Love you.
Yeah. Love you.
We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.